So for any of you who don't know me, I'm Robin, and I'm a physical therapist, and this is Body Awareness. I started doing this class about a year ago, a little over a year ago, I guess, fall of 2020 or 2019. I don't know, a long time ago, in person back in the day when we used to get to see each other in person. But I've actually been loving doing it on Zoom because I get to see people from, like, some of my family from California and Washington, and people have done it from the East Coast, and it's just kind of fun. We don't have to leave. We just join in anytime we want. So it's kind of cool. So thank you for joining me. As I always say, do anything that feels useful to your body. I consider myself not so much your leader as just an invitation to be with your body and suggestions for you. So nothing I do is something you have to do. If it doesn't feel right and useful, then don't do it. Everything, stretches and exercises, should feel comfortable. And it's really just about being in your body, moving with your breath, slowing down much more than we usually do, and kind of coming home to ourselves. So approach everything gently with sort of a curiosity and a inward introspection with a sort of sense of loving yourself and just being okay with whatever is. So with that, I am going to read a quick little poem, which I don't usually do, but I was feeling like this was good for us this morning when I read it. So this is John O'Donohue, and it is called For Presence. Awaken to the mystery of being here and enter the quiet immensity of your own presence. Have joy and peace in the temple of your senses. Receive encouragement when new frontiers beckon. Respond to the call of your gift and the courage to follow its path. Let the flame of anger free you of all falsity. May the warmth of heart keep your presence aflame. May anxiety never linger about you. May your outer dignity mirror an inner dignity of the soul. May time to celebrate the quiet miracles take time to celebrate the quiet miracles that seek no attention. Be consoled in the secret mystery and symmetry of your soul. May you experience each day as a sacred gift woven around the heart of wonder. So I feel like that kind of sums up what we're all aiming for, right? Okay, we are going to start in seated, just bringing our attention into our breath. So I invite you to find your sit bones. And if you need to, you can adjust yourself side to side, move soft tissue out of the way, and bring your awareness to the place where you meet the mat or the chair, whatever you're seated on. Bring your awareness down into your sit bones. Bring your awareness to the fact that the earth is below you. And then just bring a noticing curiosity to your body. Notice that you're breathing. See where your breath is at this time. Is it in your chest, in your shoulders, in your throat, down in your belly? Is it already reaching all the way through every cell of your body? And then just bring a curiosity and an awareness to the type of energy that you're bringing to the room. Is there any anxiety or any tension, any pain, heartache, grief, joy, wonder? Everything is welcome in this space, and everything can live side by side. Anything and anything else is appropriate. I invite you to bring your breath down into your belly now, using the diaphragm to bring 3 big inhales into the belly. Breathing in, drawing the belly outward, letting it be relaxed as the breath fills the body all the way to the sit bones. And then just let it exhale slowly the first time. If you do have anxiety or tension, try to let it flow out with the out breath. Inhaling deep into the belly again. Trying to keep the shoulders relaxed, bringing the breath even deeper this time. And then this time, as you exhale, pull the belly button in, helping expel any stale air from the lungs. One more time. Inhale, feel your whole body fill with air, with breath, with life. And again, exhale, letting all of the tension go, feeling your awareness in your body, feeling all of your attention just come inward for this little period of time that you've gifted yourself. Beautiful. We're going to go down to our backs on the mat to start with. So to get there, you can roll straight down, or you can go through your vertebrae from your sit bone, gently uncurling your spine, using your stomach muscles to unroll. Okay. So we always find neutral spine once we're on our backs. So to do that, tuck the tailbone down into the mat, which arches the back. That's the extension limit of your back. And then tuck the tailbone up and under, bringing the pubic bone towards your nose, flattening the back. That's the flexion limit of your lower spine. And do that a couple times if you need to, and then just find somewhere in the middle that feels comfortable and good to your back. There should be a tiny bit of space under the lumbar curve. After you do that, tighten up the belly button. If you need help, inhale deeply, and then exhale, make a shh. And as you shush your air out, pull the belly button in, feeling the waist draw smaller and inward, tightening up that natural back brace that supports the low back. So working the core muscles. If you flattened your back when you did that, start over and do it without tightening or without flattening the back. And then depending on your level, you can either continue with marching, so keeping the back right where it is, or you can bring your legs up one at a time to 90-90 and reach out one at a time without flattening or arching the back. So keeping it in neutral. Continue breathing into the belly as you do this, which sounds hard. And when I'm working with people one-on-one, they sort of laugh at me when I say, keep breathing. But you can breathe with your diaphragm while keeping this lower transverse abdominis tight. So practice that. See if you can do that. Good. Keep going. If you feel any tension developing in the low back, shorten how far you're reaching with your legs. Pull the belly button in even tighter, tightening up that corset around the back. Keep breathing. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. Good. One more each leg, marching or reaching. And then bring the knees to your chest. Give yourself a big hug and just roll out the sacrum and low back. So rocking around in little circles, side to side, rolling around. Good. Let the belly be loose for a moment. Take a full deep breath into the belly and relax. Good. The next thing we're going to do is the obliques. So the beginning level is to tighten the belly again with the neutral spine. And then you can either just reach or support your head in your hands and keep your feet on the ground as you just rotate one shoulder to the opposite hip, just lifting the shoulder blade up off of the mat, down, and then rotating the other way. Exhaling as you rotate, pulling the belly button in as you rotate, inhaling as you go down. If you want a little more challenge, you can bring your legs up, do the same bicycling reach, and rotate opposite. Inhale as you come down and bring the legs to 90-90. Exhale, twist. Inhale, down. Exhale, twist. Good. Just 3 more on each side. Whichever level you're doing, you should start feeling tightness around the waist in the oblique muscles. Keep breathing, inhaling down, exhaling up. Good. When you've done your 3 more, and I'm a notoriously bad counter, you'll lower your feet one at a time, stretch your legs down, and reach the arms up overhead. Like you just woke up first thing in the morning, stretching out the tummy, toes pointed, and just take a breath here. Good. Okay, now we're going to wake up the backside of our body a little bit. So we're going to do bridging, and you can do it either way. If you have osteoporosis of the low back or lumbar spine, then you're going to squeeze your glutes and lift straight up with a neutral spine. Squeezing the glutes, lifting with the inhale, and hold here for 1 full breath, and then just lower down slowly with the exhale. We're going to do about 10 of those. If you want to, you can also curl up, curling up 1 vertebrae at a time if you don't have a fragile spine, and then curling down. So either way, bridging and moving with the breath while you do so can be a very nice moving meditation in your body. You just kind of pay attention to the movement of your spine and moving with the breath. Inhaling up, breathing at the top, and then exhaling down. So go ahead and do about 10 of those on your own breath, just listening to the body, feeling the spine 1 segment at a time, and totally releasing the hips and butt muscles at the bottom. Let the sacrum go before you tighten and come up again. At the top, if you'd like a challenge, you can unweight 1 leg, either extending it out and trying to keep the hips level as you do so, or just lifting it up. And then you can do the other side, making one of the gluteus maximus muscles hold you, and then you can roll down. So do that a couple times if you'd like a little challenge for the glutes. Good. Inhaling up, keeping the shoulders and neck and jaw relaxed. Challenging yourself, keeping your hips stable if that feels comfortable and useful. Starting to feel some heat in the body. You're doing great. Good. Just a couple more. With the single leg challenge, you can hold it as long as you want. Make a little challenge with yourself, see how long you can hold it. You may notice one side is more able to hold than the other side. That's normal. The more that you do this, the more your glutes will be even, and the more that you're rolling up and down through the spine will be not shaky and even on both sides. Okay, go ahead and relax down again. Let the sacrum totally go. Rock side to side a little bit if you have any tension in the sacrum. We're going to put our feet way wide on the mat and give ourselves just a little bit of a stretch before we go into another exercise. So put your arms way out in a T position, opening up the heart, bringing the shoulder blades back and down. Feet are wider than the mat. We're going to let them go windshield wipering to one side as far as they want to go, and then to the other side. And they might just go a little ways at first, And as you get going, they might go a little bit further towards the floor. If it feels comfortable, you can push the top knee down into the floor, giving yourself a stretch on the front of the hip, and really push the shoulders down into the mat, keeping the heart and the chest open. Couple more breathing side to side. Again, just keeping an awareness of what you feel in your body and what feels good, what feels useful. Good. Okay, bringing your hands back up. We're going to come over to our side and do our hip exercises and then a side plank, which we did last time. And I got some feedback by people saying, wow, that's really hard. So hopefully it's not torturous hard, just good hard. And hopefully we maybe had a little bit of soreness, but not too bad. So go ahead and find your way all the way over onto your side, bringing your hips one right on top of the other, stacked. Pull the belly button in, just like we did when we were on our back. We started there because now we know about that transverse abdominis. We can keep it tight for pretty much the whole rest of the class, stabilizing. Bring the bottom leg up and the top leg is in line with the body. Top hand you can put on your hip or on the mat. Let the head and shoulders relax. And we're going to bring our leg forward and go kick, kick, and back, kick, kick. Point your toe and really reach long out of that leg. So the hip is long and the body is not moving. Keeping the tummy really tight to control the core and control the whole body. Only the hip is moving in the hip socket. Good. One more. Kick, kick forward. Keeping it right in line with the body. Kick, kick back. Hold your leg there. We're going to come into reverse bicycle here first. Pull the hip, heel towards the buttock, and then forward and extend. 3 times this direction and then 3 times the other direction. Forward and reach long with the leg. Back, bend the knee, bring the heel up to the butt without moving the thigh, then forward and extend. Good. Now we're going to come to center and reverse. Forward, bend, reach behind you, reach, 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 but don't move the body. Inhale forward, exhale back. Always breathing. Inhaling and exhale back. Good. Good. Reach long and then bring back to center. Let the legs set down for a moment if you need to. We're going to do little circles, cantaloupe circles. So imagine that you have a ball or a cantaloupe down at the bottom of your foot. Sorry. And we're going to just circle that little ball. So reach down long out of the hip again, actively lengthening first. And then we're going to do 8 times each direction, circling the little ball right in line with the body, really using all the little hip muscles, nice and slow. When you've gotten to 8, you're going to reverse. Sometimes it's harder going one way than the other. Trying to keep the belly pulled in tight so that you're not wobbling about. You're doing great. Make sure the movement is from the hip, not from the knee or ankle. And rest. Good job. Punch that out. And then we're going to put this foot up out of the way and activate the inside of this other thigh. So on this one, we're going to just lift straight up and then lower down slowly, more slowly than you think you need to. Inhale up, exhale slowly down. Pointing the toe, inhale up, exhale down. Good, nice and controlled. You're doing well. Waking up all the little muscles in our body. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Good. 3 more. Inhale up, slowly down. So that slow lowering using control is really good for building wisdom, smart muscles. Eccentric control. Good. Okay, we're going to roll over onto our stomach. So laying on the stomach, let the forehead rest on the ground. And if you can, reach your arms up in a Y position, thumbs facing towards the ceiling, making kind of a Y overhead. If that feels uncomfortable to your shoulders, you can come down by the sides with your arms. That's fine too. So we're going to let the forehead rest. And first, just lift the whole left thigh up off of the mat, peeling all the way up as far as you can using the glute, and then lower down slowly. If you feel any strain in the low back, pull the belly button up towards the spine and don't lift quite as high with the leg. Right leg lift, squeezing the glute high as you can, holding there, tight tummy, and then lower down. Now we're going to do one arm at a time. So let's do left arm first, lifting the arm up just a little bit, shoulder blade pulls back towards the hip, holding it there, pulling the shoulder blade back, 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 and then lower down. Right arm lift up, shoulder blade pulling back, thumb always up towards the ceiling, and then down. Okay, now we're going to combine it. If that felt really hard, you can keep going with just one, either one leg and then one arm at a time. Otherwise, if you feel you can, we're going to combine. So left leg, right arm, lifting up, 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 and lower slowly. Right leg, left arm, up, 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 shoulder blade coming back towards that hip, making length from the fingertip to the toe, lifting but also reaching away from each other. Good, keeping the tummy pulled up towards the spine. Inhale, lift, always working with the breath. Exhaling down. Inhale, lift opposite, and exhale down. Inhale, lift, exhale down. Two more on each side. Inhale up and exhale down. Good. Keep shoulder blade pulling back when you lift, then relax when it's down. Last one. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to sit back into child's pose before going to the other side. If you don't like child's pose because of your knees or hips, you can come into a prayer pose. This is okay for total hip replacements because you can keep your hips at 90. This is also good for meniscus issues in the knee, keeping your knees out of maximum flexion. If it feels right to you, though, you can sit all the way back. Hips going down towards your heel, spreading the knees apart so that your chest can fall between the knees towards the mat. You can bring your arms down by your side or up overhead. And just take a couple of breaths. Check in again now after having done a few exercises. Check in again with your energy in your body. Check in with your breath. See if you can bring the breath way down into the belly and feel those back ribs expand as you inhale, feeling the whole rib cage stretch. And as you let go, settle into the mat. Good. Now we're going to roll over onto the other side that didn't work yet, which means I will flip over. Now we all probably have a red forehead from laying on our heads. So again, bringing the hips stacked one on top of the other, belly button pulled in tight, head is resting. Lift that leg up and point the toe reaching down out of the hip And then we're going to bring it forward, kick, kick, not moving the body, and kick, kick back. Kick, kick forward, kick, kick back. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised. Now we're going to bicycle. So next time you're back, we're going to do backward bicycling first. Keep your thigh there. Bring the heel up towards your buttock, shortening the hamstring. Then allow your knee to come forward and extend without moving the body. Good. Did I just reverse it? That was funny. Good. And extend long, come back to center, and then forward. Bend the knee, heel towards the buttock. Now reach behind you. Good. Reach, reach, reach. Forward, bend, and reach long, using your glute, using your core. One more. Forward, bend, extend, and come back to center. Good. Let it rest for a second if you need to. We're going to do the little circles. So try to really keep the leg in line with the body. The circles are right below the body where you would be if you were standing. And you're going to go one direction, about 8, depending how quick you're going, and reverse. Nice and smooth, trying to get these to be circles, not little squares, not jagged shapes. Good, keep breathing. And let it rest. Punch, 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 punch. So there's a lot of exercises that we do with these muscles. Just going to do those 2 today. If you feel you need more, you can do tap taps later or any other ones that we do. Go ahead and let that top leg come out of the way, and bottom leg, we're just going to activate the adductors on the inside of the leg, lifting and slowly coming down, lifting up and slowly down. Good. Lifting up and slow down. Make sure you're breathing into your belly still. Make sure your neck and shoulders and jaw and upper body are pretty relaxed. Good. All right. And let that one go. Okay, roll over onto your back, please. We're going to do figure 4 stretch. If you need your strap for this one, grab hold of it. If not, you can just use your hand. So cross the left foot over the right knee. Grab hold of the right thigh, either with your hands or if it's too far of a reach, with your strap around the thigh. And then shoulders settling down, 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 away from the ears. Take a big inhale into your belly and bend the elbows to bring everything up towards your chest. Feeling a stretch in that left hip that's crossed over. And if you don't feel any stretch, either pull further up towards your chest with the knees, or you might adjust the ankle further out on the knee or further towards the left. Either way, you'll change which muscles are getting stretched depending on where your foot is. And just inhale into any tightness you feel. Keep letting the shoulders come down away from the ears. And on each exhale, try to let that tightness go, letting it just melt away, flow into the mat. Goodbye. Nice warm river out of your body into your mat. Good. Now go ahead and just reach your legs up one time and then fold them the other way. So right foot over left knee if you are going the same way as me. And then shoulders down, elbows bend. Bring the knees up towards the chest. Breathing as you breathe, try to imagine the breath coming to the tight areas of the body. Probably in this stretch, you're feeling it in that right hip now. That's our goal. Side to side with the knees if that feels good. Just listening to your body. Our bodies are very wise if we give them the chance to be. We know what we need. We know what we want to eat. We know what our bodies need movement-wise, sleep-wise, emotionally. We just have to slow down and give them a chance to speak. Good, and release. Okay, we're going to do a laying down hamstring stretch before we come up into our figure four, all fours position and up to standing soon. So for this, I recommend using the strap or a towel, hooking it around the arch. Let the right leg go flat all the way down straight to keep the hips stable. And then just bring that leg up with the knee straight but not locked. So kind of a soft straight knee. And bring the leg up overhead until you feel a stretch in the back of the leg, in the hamstring coming down from the hip towards the knee. Maybe even in the calf a little bit from the knee to the heel. And then when you feel a comfortable stretch, you're going to push with the heel down, away from the head, down towards the mat, activating the hamstring. Do that for about 6 seconds without letting anything move with the hands, and then relax again and see if you can take up a little more slack. So actively pushing again, pushing down, 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 tensing the hamstring, and then relaxing and coming up. Sorry, you can't see my foot, but it's just up there neutral. Good. Inhale one more time into the hamstring, pull it up as far as it feels comfortable, and release. Switch legs. So same thing on this one, bringing the right leg now up as high as it feels comfortable. You'll feel just a little bit of a stretch in the back of the leg. And then we're going to resist with the arms, but push down away from the body, heel pushing down towards the floor and kind of out towards the wall. Pushing, pushing, feeling the hamstring tight and active, then relax. Take a breath and take up the slack. This is a really good way to get more length of the hamstrings or any muscle, but especially the hamstrings. Push, 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 down, 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 tight, tight, tight for about 6. And then relax. See if you could bring your leg even higher, but really comfortably. There's no tearing or pulling or struggling here. The active tightening helps us then relax deeper, but with ease. Good, and then bend the leg, let it come down. Remove the strap if you have it. We'll still need it for another stretch while we're standing, so just set it aside. Okay, we're going to roll over and come into an all fours position. Coming onto your hands and your knees. Hands should be right underneath the elbows, and elbows are right under the shoulders. So a nice straight line there, nice wide fingertips. And then knees under the hips, knees also hip distance apart. And we're going to just find active length through the spine in this position to start. So find a neutral spine if you need to. You can go back through kind of an arch and flatten of the low back and find neutral. Pull the belly button up into the spine. Push actively away with the hands. So the shoulder blades are coming away from the spine. Everything in the shoulder is active and pushing down into the floor. Tuck the chin, giving yourself what would be called a double chin. The top of the head is going one direction And then pull the tailbone down, down, down towards the other wall opposite the top of the head. So everything is active even though you look like you're doing absolutely nothing. Good. Take a breath here. Try to breathe with the diaphragm, leaving the tailbone reaching to one wall and the top of the head reaching to the other wall. Still active through the shoulders. Belly is still pulled up. Good. And then we're going to reach opposite arm and leg, finding balance. Just like when we were on our stomach, thumb lifts up and find a nice straight balance and then lower down slowly. Inhale, one leg, opposite arm, up, 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 nice and straight. Trying not to twist the body. Finding your balance, keeping the opposite shoulder strong, slowly down. Good. Inhaling up. We're just going to do a few of these. Trying to find balance here. If it's too much to do opposite arm and leg, you're welcome to just do the leg only. Keeping two hands down and just reaching the leg up and long in line with the body. Keeping the core engaged. Good. Breathing into the belly. Finding your balance and then exhaling down. One more on each side. Beautiful. And last one. Good. Okay. Now we're going to do a couple cat-cows before we challenge ourselves a little more. So letting the tummy totally sag, we're going to come into a cow position, we call it. Letting the tummy go, letting the tailbone reach up towards the ceiling, letting the shoulder blades come back towards the hips, heart lifting, neck extending if that feels comfortable. And then reverse, pulling the tummy up now, pulling the pubic bone towards the nose, pushing with the hands strong into the mat. Let the head relax. Mad cat. And then reverse. So another moving through the spine pose. Feeling each vertebrae move. As you come into mad cat, tuck the pubic bone under, push away with the hands, and take a breath, feeling those back ribs again. Expand, and then exhale, let the belly go soft, and reverse. Shoulder blades pull back and down. Good. Last one. Inhaling up into mad cat, feeling those ribs. Inhale deeply, and exhale. Good. Okay. We didn't do our side plank, so we're going to come down to do that in just a second because I forgot. But first, we are going to do a tuck under the knees, downward facing dog prep, we call it, challenge of the core. So you're going to tuck your toes under, keep the tummy pulled in tight, push away with the shoulders actively again, and just lift the knees up, up, up off of the mat, holding there. Breathing while you push into the mat. If you want, you can shift your weight forward and back a little bit. Coming forward and back, keep breathing, or just hold it, knees up a couple inches, exhale down. Release everything for a moment, then reset yourself, pushing into the mat with the hands. Tummy pulls up into the spine again. Make sure you have a nice long neck, chin is tucked. Lift the knees up, breathing, looking down at the mat, thinking about all the strength you're developing in your arms and your core. Breathing. And down slowly. Beautiful. Okay, if you're up for it, let's do side plank real quick because we forgot. So come onto your side. And you're going to put your elbow right under your shoulder. Sorry to make you move all around. You can either have your knee down, 2 knees down, or 1 knee down. So you can just pull the belly button in and lift to the knee, keeping your elbow in line with your shoulder though, not up ahead of it. So you could do this, you could do this, or you could have both legs out and lift here. Holding, 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 keeping that shoulder really active, shaking, breathing, and lower down slowly. We're going to do one more on this side. Take a breath, or if you're superhuman, you might still be holding. Good for you. Okay, elbow right under the shoulder. Make sure that's really strong because otherwise you're going to give yourself an impingement pain in the shoulder. And then inhale up, holding strong. Make sure your neck is in line with your body still. Lifting, lifting, lifting even higher. Breathe. And lower whenever you need to. Good job. Okay, let's do the other side twice. And then we'll make our way up to standing. So again, shoulder and elbow in alignment, strong first through the shoulder. Push down with that active forearm into the mat. That'll help stabilize. Lift up either to the knees. One leg can be out or both feet. Lifting, lifting, holding, breathing. If you want, you could bring your arm up. You might notice a difference between the two sides. And when you're ready, lower down. Take a breath here. Congratulate yourself for doing hard things with a smile. Maybe you're smiling. And lift. Good. Keep breathing. Keep that spine long. Whenever you're ready, lower down. Good job. Thank you. All right. Back to all fours position, and we're going to make our way up into a downward facing dog position from here. So come back with the toes tucked under. We're going to just make sure our hands are strong. You might walk them forward a little bit because they'll need to be forward in downward facing dog. Make sure you're strong through the elbows. Take a full breath here. And then on your second inhale, inhale the tailbone straight up, keeping the knees soft to start with. First, finding length through the spine and strength and active stance through the shoulders. Nice and wide at the fingertips, pushing down through the inner and outer side of the arms and hands, palms. Tailbone lifting, 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 and let the neck go. And then you can start pedaling your heels down, one and then the other. But don't push it. Be gentle with the back line and the heel cords. And really keep focusing on length of the tailbone, lifting up, strength through the shoulders, gently lengthening the back line all the way down to the heels. When I say back line, I'm speaking about the back fascial line, which goes from the heels all the way up to the top of the head along the back side. Good. Bring your heels both down, lift the tailbone up, up, up. And if you can, lift one leg up and reach long, open overhead. You can't even see me. Good. And then the other leg, reach up, long, 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 up and overhead. Good. And we're going to walk forward into a forward fold. Walking the feet forward, keep the knees bent as much as you need to.
Let the forehead fall and let the chest rest on the thighs. Again, you don't need to have straight legs. Let the knees bend as much as you need to just kind of support your body. And try to let the head go. If you're not all the way down at the mat, you can have your hands on your knees if you want to, or you could bind them and let the head fall. Take a couple breaths, trying to lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck. Take a deep inhale, and we're going to slowly roll up. Put your hands on your thighs if you want to, and roll up one little bit at a time through the spine, all the way up. Lastly, coming all the way up, neck comes up last. So we're going to do two things. One is come into a warrior position and work the thigh. So step the right foot way forward and the left foot back at an angle. And we're going to come down, knee coming over the first or second toe, so in alignment, and then try to bend that front knee until the knee is right over the ankle. So there's a 90-degree position there. And then pull the heels towards each other, activating the inside of the leg as you let yourself come down. If you need to, you can use this chair for balance. If you don't need to, we're going to bring our arms up and look out over the front arm, sinking deep into that front leg, feeling the quad active, pulling the back heel towards the front heel, keeping the whole leg active, breathing, feeling strength in your body. Good. Inhale, reach up and straighten out that front leg. Just reach over a little bit, giving yourself some length. And then come down, bend the knee again, and give yourself some length on the side. Pushing the heel down into the mat, reaching up and over with the fingertips, lengthening out that whole side. Good. And come back up into warrior. One more strong pose, sinking down, down, down. Inhale up and just switch your feet. So rotate the other leg, toes pointing forward. The arch of the back foot is bisected by that heel. Come down. Knee is facing right over towards the second or first toe. That's important. Don't let it come inward. So nice and pointing out, and then sink down, trying to get about a 90-degree position here. Heels pulling towards each other, activating everything. Using the chair or wall as you need, or just looking out over that front arm. Settling the shoulder blades down, lengthening through the spine, breathing. Good. Keep pulling the heels towards each other as you let the shoulders relax. Good. Feeling strength. Inhale, up, up, up. Straighten out the front arm and front leg, overhead. And then bend again, elbow to the knee, lengthening the side line of the body, that lateral line. Outside of the foot, pushing down into the mat, and then reach with the fingertips up and over. If it feels good, you can kind of rotate, opening up the chest and heart a little bit. Good. One more time, arms down into warrior. Strength, perseverance, power pose. Good. And then just inhale up. Walk your feet back to center. Good job. With your strap, double it so that you have a loop, or if you don't have a strap, it's okay. You can just grab hold of your ankle. But if you have a strap, we're going to stretch out the quad before we do our balance. So stand up nice and tall, hooking one foot with the strap, and then you're going to bend the elbow, keeping the shoulders down,
And just come up until you feel a stretch in the quad. If you don't have a strap, that's okay, as long as you can grab hold of your pants or your ankle or your foot. Pushing down strongly through the standing leg, not letting the hips collapse, letting them be level. So when I say not collapsing, I mean don't do that. Pushing strongly, keeping everything level. And just inhale into the quad. If you feel tightness up in the hip area, that's good. If you feel nothing up there at all, squeeze the butt a little bit and push the hip forward so that you feel a little stretch up in the hip too now. So you have the quad coming all the way up into the hip flexors, feeling a stretch in both as you shift the hip forward, tightening the glute. Good, and then just let it go slowly. Again, with the strap if you need to, or without, hook the other foot. If you don't need it, you don't need the chair. You can start challenging your balance right here. Good, nice and tall. Steady through that hip that is standing. Hips are level. Breathing into anything that's tight. And tightening the hip, that unweighted glute, squeezing the glute, pushing the hip forward to now bring the stretch a little higher in the hip. And release. Good. All right. I'm going to do 2 standing balance things before we do our meditation. So the first, put the right foot in front of the left foot, heel to toe, coming into what we call tandem stance, a very narrow stance. If this feels too challenging for you due to hip issues or anything else, you can just come really narrow, feet together. But the tandem stance narrows you even more. And then bring your body weight kind of at the point at which your heel and your toe meet. So you're not way forward on one foot, you're not way back. You're actually weighted equally on both feet. Bring your awareness to your belly, pull it in towards the spine, shoulders back and down. If you can, turn your head left and right. A couple times each direction, feeling little corrections at the ankles. That's good. Bring your head back to center and try looking up and down. Again, you have the chair here. If you have any kind of balance issues or fear of falling, you can just put a fingertip to the chair. That'll help give you a little bit of balance. If you don't need it, challenge yourself right to your edge. Good. Come back to center. Switch which leg is in front. So left foot now in front of the right if you're doing the ones I'm doing. Again, weight is between where the heel and the toe meet. Pull the belly button in, relax the shoulders down. Nice tall posture through the top of the head, almost like we're in mountain pose, everything lifted up. And then look side to side if you can. So as you do that, taking the vision out of the balance equation a little bit, not as much as if I asked you to close your eyes, which if you're just completely stable doing this, you can close your eyes. Up and down. All the little wiggles are good. Every time we challenge our balance, going to the edge, we're a little bit stronger. Good. Coming to center again. Like I said, the hardest one is closing the eyes. So if those feel really easy, you can work on this on your own, closing the eyes. Always making sure you're safe and that you have something, a counter or a wall or something nearby in case you do feel like you're losing it. Okay, last one. we're going to stand only on the left foot. So first start with both feet, lifting up tall out of the heels, grounding through both feet. And then we're going to unweight the right foot, trying not to shift the hips at all. Put the foot wherever you want. Again, keeping the hips level. And we're going to play with moving our arms. So flying our arms up, flying them down, being a bird or a tree. You can bring them out, forward, and give yourself a hug. And out again, opening the heart, maintaining the balance, giving yourself a hug. Good, one more time, up. Good. If this feels easy, you can try closing your eyes for a moment. Oh, that is definitely not easy when I close my eyes. Good. Replace the right foot down. Same thing, lifting up tall. Activating that right leg now, drawing it down into the earth, feeling it grounded. And then lift up the left foot, keeping the hips level. Fly like a bird. Tummy is always pulled in a little bit. That helps with your balance. It gives you more power in the arms and the legs. Good. And then give yourself a hug. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Just have a sense of humor. Give yourself a hug and open the heart. Good. Flying like an eagle. Closing the eyes if you want a really big challenge. Whew. Okay, good job, everybody. We're going to do a brief meditation for about 5 minutes. If you want to, you can lie down on your back. If you prefer, you could sit. We're just going to bring our awareness into our own bodies. For a brief meditation, we're not going to go anywhere or journey. We're going to stay right here in our own bodies. So you can lay down flat. You can put a pillow under your knees. You can let your arms come out to the side, opening up the chest a little bit. And just come back into your body. Find your breath again. Notice now where your breath wants to go. See if it's having an easier time coming deep into the belly and really breathing into all the cells. Breathing even all the way onto your toes, into your fingertips. Check in with your energy again. See if after using all those muscles, focusing on your breath, see if maybe you've changed the energy in your body a little bit. Maybe released some of what was being held before, transformed it. Going to bring attention into the toes. Keeping your awareness just in the big toe first. Notice the big toe, the energy, the buzzing feeling there. And notice all your other toes. Maybe give them a little bit of a wiggle. And then just let them relax. Feeling the toes way down away from your head. Those wonderful things that help keep balance, help you get around all day, often are forgotten. And then bring awareness up into the arch of the foot.
See if you can feel a buzzing energy coming from the toes and up through the arch. Coming up through the heel now and into the heel cord. Notice that if you're lying down, this is connecting to the earth, to your mat, to the earth below. Bringing awareness up through the lower leg, the calf in the back, and the shin area in the front. Take a breath and see if you can feel the muscles and the cells down in the calf and the shin kind of tingle with the breath, buzzing with energy. Bringing awareness up into the knees. Try to let the kneecaps relax. Awareness up into the quads, the front of the thigh, and the back of the thigh where the hamstrings are. All those strong muscles, let them just relax now. Let them be soft and heavy. Feeling your legs go heavy and relaxed into the mat, being held and supported, not needing to be anywhere. Bring your awareness up into your pelvic floor. Bring awareness up into the glutes, the back of the hips and the side of the hips, both, all these muscles that stabilize and support. Take a deep breath and try to breathe down into the hips and into the pelvic floor, feeling a stirring of creativity and energy there. Bringing attention now up into the belly and the low back both. Taking another big breath and expanding this area. Expanding the belly with the breath and then letting it fall. Feeling the connection between the core muscles on the front and the spine on the back. Relaxing the low back and coming up between the shoulder blades. Letting the shoulder blades be heavy and relaxed. Coming up through the body, through the heart to the chest. Feeling the chest open and relaxed, shoulders back. Heavy and held in the mat. Feeling an embrace, a support around you. Bring a breath deep into the heart center. And as you exhale, let go of any feelings of unrest there. And as you inhale one more time, inhale, widen the heart, expand that energy. And just let yourself be relaxed and heavy again in the mat. Feeling the arms through the shoulders, down to the elbows, through the forearms, down through the palms of the hands and the fingers. Everything heavy. Totally let go. Feel the buzzing of energy in the fingertips and in the palms of the hands, matching what was in the feet. Feeling a connection. Buzzing of the hands, the buzzing up the arms, through the heart. Notice the throat, soft and warm, the back of the neck relaxed, and up through the head, up through the base of the neck where it meets the head. Let that be heavy and soft, resting in the mat. Let the scalp relax over the skull, softening and being heavy. Let the brain rest for a moment longer, staying in your body, Let the face relax, the shoulders and the forehead both falling heavier, heavier, heavier into the mat. Your eyes follow and fall heavier. The cheeks, the tongue, the roof of the mouth, everything relaxed and heavy. Feeling a couple more breaths, circulating the energy through your whole body. Feeling its connection, energy freely flowing. Good, a couple more breaths, and then you can roll to your side anytime you're ready. Keeping your gaze internally, keeping your eyes closed. Feeling the sense of ease as you come to a side lying and then a seated position, keeping the sense of ease and relaxation as you do so. Coming all the way up to seated when you're ready. And as you slowly come to seated, either keep your eyes closed or softly gazing in front of you and just notice your breath one last time. Hopefully you'll notice it all day, but one last time in this session. Breathing now into the belly with ease. Shoulders are relaxed, chest is relaxed. Good. Bring your hands to your chest, to your heart, if you are so inclined, and you can open your eyes. Don't know how many of each other you can see. But blessings to all of you. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me on this first. Is this the first practice of the new year? Yes. So thank you all for joining me. I like to see your faces.